Good news. And welcome to the Friday call, guys. This is the Friday. This is the next to last Friday of the year. Next to last Friday of the quarter. Remember, it's 100% advance weeks. By having your best week this week or next week or both, you can get a full 100% advance week instead of a normal 60% advance on your business. Which, guys, you add another 40% to the normal 60%. It's not quite doubling, but it is a 67% cash flow increase. So if you could use some extra money coming in here at the end of the year, I would strongly encourage you to have your best week. And it's been both agencies have a list of what your best weeks are. Just do it. Just do it. And you take a look and see when that best week was, and look and see what your effort was that same week. You can look at real easy on the stat side if you take good, accurate stats and get them posted. And just make sure you beat the effort numbers, beat the hours, beat the demos, and you'll beat the premium. And instead of normally, guys, let's say your best week was a green out. A green out at a 40% contracts, 2,000 commissions. Well, normally you get 1,200 of that. And the other 800 comes later, 7, 8, 9, 10 months later. Well, this week and next week only, that extra $800 comes right now. The whole 2K direct deposited into your account. So just be aware of that, guys. If you could use some extra cash flow and you'd like to have that and not put your Christmas on an 18.5% interest credit card, and you'd rather put it on your family heritage account, which is 5% interest on your outstanding balance, and that interest is tax deductible, whereas interest on your credit card is not. Man, just take advantage, guys. You can save yourselves a lot of money by finishing strong. Also, December to remember, big time. Remember, Davenport Agency, I know Snyder Agencies, you guys are doing your own special incentives. And congratulations, you guys, for hitting the 4 million mark for 2022.
Yeah.
That is a massive number. And we're going to talk a little bit about that's actually become my new my goal for next year for the Davenport agencies. We're going to finish this year up at about 2.7 million. And I've done the calculations that right at 50% growth, we'll get that. This past year, Schneider Agency had to grow almost 80% to achieve 4 million. I figure, my gosh, with the base that we've got in the Davenport Agency, my God, of course we can grow 50%. If you guys at Schneider can grow 80% this year, yeah, we can grow 50% next year. And so thank you guys for being the rabbit, for being the ones out front that we're chasing. It's a whole lot of fun, and what a friendly competition. Life is a big competition. That's why it's called the human race. So guys, I want to share my screen with you guys here real quick. And we're going to talk today a little bit, and then I'm going to shift gears because normally this is the Friday inspiration call. But guys, since we only got 1 week left in the, 1 week and a couple extra days in the year, I want to make sure that you guys all know how to use the most important goal setting tool that we have, and that is your quarterly and annual VPF. First off, guys, understand VPF stands for vision, plan, and follow through, okay? And I want you guys to all understand there was an email sent out by Nicole Damewood to the Davenport agencies. I would assume she sent it out to the Schneider agencies too, at probably around the same time. But it was sent on December 6th, which I believe was Tuesday at 2:29 p.m. So if everybody could find that email, December 6th at 2:29 p.m. It says real simply, hello, team, it's time to finish strong and set your goals for 2023. It's going to be a great year in the Davenport agencies. Let's go. Vision, plan, follow through. Please follow these important steps to create your 2023 VPF. 1, click on the VPF template link below. That's the red link that says VPF template. If you click on that, then go to the menu bar at the top and click File. I'll do this here in just a second. Then choose Make a Copy and then name the file. Please include in the file your name. Okay, so put, Matt Hogan, 2023 VPF, Brian Millhouse, 2023 VPF, because when you save that, guys, it makes it so much easier for your team leader who may have 10 team members. If they've got 10 files that say 2023 VPF, it's very difficult to figure out whose is whose. If you guys will name it with your name in it, it makes it really easy. Really makes it tough for agency owners that might have 50 agents in an agency. If everyone just says 2023 VPF, that's pretty generic and tough to follow. So please name it. And then you can begin making edits and save it. If you don't do the steps, guys, it's going to say you need to ask permissions on this. And then it's going to send an email. You don't need permissions if you just follow the simple steps. So click on VPF. Then up here, see if you start to trying to manipulate this document, yes, it's going to tell you need permissions. You don't. All you need to do is go up here to File in the top left corner and click Make a Copy. And then there's the opportunity here for you to make a copy. If you want to remove master copy from it, you don't need the words master copy in there, so you can get rid of that because it's not the master, it's yours. And instead of copy of, you can just put Matt Hogan's. There, boom. And then just click make a copy. And then that'll be saved in your drive under your name. Easy to find, okay? And then when you're done with it, you can then share a copy of that with your team leader and with your agency owner. I keep all these tracked, guys, and I will go through and we'll use these weekly to track your goals. Because, guys, setting goals is one thing, but then using this as a tool to track your progress towards those goals is the next step in that. So, guys, I'll share with you, I've actually been taking some time the last couple of weeks. This is actually my Q1 VPF for this year, for 2022. Okay, and you can see what my goals were in each category for submitting agents. You know, it was 192 added up. We ended up with 197, so we hit that goal. The goal was to sell $566,000 of premium, $5,066,800 to be exact. We actually ended up selling $617,525. So we beat that goal by 50,000. We had a goal of 16 recruits and we actually ended up with 13. So we were 3 shy of that goal. This is the team leader side of that. The other portion of that, the one I'm going to talk to you about right now, is the personal sales side of it. Okay. Everybody should have a personal. And if you have any desire to build your business beyond just you, you also should have some team goals too. Just be sure to get with your team leader on how to set some of those. Okay. So guys, let's talk right now about down here at the bottom. Can everybody see my screen okay, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go to that Matt Hogan example, the one that I just saved, because it's a blank one. So you can see Q personal, everything's blank. Okay. We're going to go to the example. Then you got the 2023 calendar is in there, guys. So if you want to know where all the train wars are, you want to know, hey, is there a sales academy going on? The answer is yes. But everything is right here. I dare you qualification period. Arlington qualification period for the mid-year meeting. All that stuff is right here, right there in that second tab, 2023 FH calendar. Then you got your personal. Then I want to direct you to the Q1 CFI. Guys, Q1 stands for the first quarter. CFI stands for cash flow / income. Cash flow and income. Okay. We're going to figure out a couple of really basic things. We're going to figure out what your cash flow and income is and what you need to do to create that much cash flow per week. So guys, on this tab, you need 5 pieces of data, okay, up here. Number 1, you need your contract level. So in here, you're going to enter either 30% or 35%, 40, 45, 50, 54, or 58, because those are the first year contract levels from the career track. Let's say this person is on a 40% contract. And guys, be aware, if you're at 30% and you've sold $20,000 in premium, guys, how far away are you from your first raise? $5,000, right? So you should be, so I would encourage you to make these calculations based on 35%, not 30, because you're going to be within a week or two at 35%. Now, if you're 20,000 away from your next one, I wouldn't go ahead and jump ahead because it can kind of mess up your numbers. But Now, if you are at a 2% contract level, guys, look really closely on this, because this is where a lot of people make mistakes. Enter the following based on your renewal contract. For every 1% renewals that you have, you enter 0.09. 0.09 is what's called the renewal factor. So if this person's on a 40% contract with a 2% renewal, what's the renewal factor? 0.18. That's right. That's 0.09 times 2 would be 0.18. If you're on a 3% renewal, it's 0.27. 4% renewal, 0.36. 5% renewal, 0.45. So we would do 0.18. That is the renewal factor. Okay. Next thing we want to know is this person's annual premium. All right. Now I pulled up a newer agent of ours, Mr. Matt Hogan, and I'm just going to use his numbers. He's been here for 6 weeks, but that's long enough to have some metrics. And we can see that his average transaction, which is the next piece, things that we need. Yep, average annual premium for a transaction for Matt is $1,187. So we're going to plug in right here, $1,187. All right. The next thing we need, what's the next piece we need, guys?
Closing percentage.
Closing percentage, guys. And that can be found right there on your canvassing chart, right? On the bottom left, the bottom right, demo closing percentage. That's what we're looking for. And by the way, if you don't know how to get to the canvassing chart, let me show you real quickly. You're under stats, you're under your page right here. You would simply go over to reports. And by the way, you see how Matt's got a little avatar right there? Matt, you can actually go on there and drop a picture in there. Nobody else in the world can do that but you. But you guys can each personalize your stat site, and I would encourage you to do so, and just put a nice little headshot of yourself in there. It gets rid of that little bobblehead that's on there and puts you on there. But go to reports, and then scroll down to canvassing chart. It is the first one from the bottom, canvassing chart. Then click run report, and it'll give you this exact report. Now Matt's is blank for the first 10 months of the year because he wasn't here. He started with us in November. But you go down here to the very bottom, and you can see his average transaction, which for his career is 1,180. And then you can see for his closing percentage is 20.54. Let's call that 21%. So we'll now go over here and we'll plug in 21% for his closing percentage. Now, last thing we need, guys, is the hour to demo ratio. And that can be very easily found by coming down here and looking at how many hours Matt's worked for his career, 211.5 to 11.5. And then we're going to divide that by his number of demos. How many demos does Matt have for his career? 112. That's right, 112. So we're going to divide that by 112, and we get an hour to demo ratio of 1.88. All right. So we're going to come over here. Actually, technically, it's 1.89 if you want to round up. So that means it takes just under 2 hours currently at Matt's current skill level for him to get a demo. Okay. Now, if you're doing the math at home, guys, how long does it take Matt to get 6 demos?
Almost 12 hours.
Almost 12 hours, right? So if Matt wants 6 demos, he's got to get out there and hoof it for 11.3 hours, right? So if I'm looking at this, that's probably the one thing. $1,100 plus dollars of average transaction. That's awesome. 21% closing, 1 out of 5 demos, 6 weeks into his career. That's pretty good. Okay. The one and only thing I would be talking to Matt about is becoming a little bit more efficient and trying to sneak in an extra demo in his day, because if he can bring that down to 1.7, he'll get an extra demo in each day. So, but right now it's taking him 11 hours, and most people aren't going to want to work 11 hours a day, right? Most people are willing to work 9, but right now for Matt to get 30 demos in a week, he would have to work 5 times 11 hours, 55 hours. All right. So one little thing to take a look at. So now, guys, that you have this data here, all you got to do is go week by week and figure out, and this is where it might take you a little bit of time, but you should figure out your cash flow that you need or want. Okay. And I would encourage you guys, if the mortgage is due on the first each month, then know that. Go and look and see what bills are due. What do you want to earn? I'm just going to put in a random number here of $1,000 because that's just easy. Matt wants to cash flow $1,000 on the first week of the year. Then based on his 21%, based on his $1,187, 21% closing, based on his 40% commission, he needs to sell $4,167 of premium. Based on his average transaction of $1,187, he'll need 3.5 transactions. Can't do 0.5 transactions, so he'll need 4, right? Based on him closing 21% of his demonstrations, he'll need 17 demos. And then based on him getting a demo every 1.89 hours, he'll need to work 32 hours. So guys, you can kind of play with these numbers right now. If Matt's like, man, 32 hours, I'm willing to do a lot more than that. I wonder what I wonder what it would look like if I wanted to make $1,500. Well, $1,500 means he'd need to work 47 hours. And if Matt's going, man, I already work 47 hours a week, then why would Matt, if he's not on vacation a week, why would he ever goal set for less than $1,500 in a week? Because he's already working 47 hours a week. That's 9 hours a day, right? That's 25 demonstrations. That's 5.3 transactions. That's $6,250 in premium. That'll cash flow him $1,500. Now, maybe the next week, you got Christmas in there on Sunday. Maybe he's taking a couple days off. Maybe he's planning on being up in the mountains with us for our Pigeon Forge trip. And he might say, that week's going to be a little low. I've only got 2 days in the field that day. I do want to make sure I at least cash flow $500. Well, then Matt could put in $500 and go, all right, I need to sell 2,083, 1.8 transactions, 8 demos, and 16 hours. I can work 16 hours in those 2 days. Guys, do you kind of see how this is kind of a pretty cool tool? Now, the train war is coming up. Matt might be like, dude, I got to finally sell my first Eagle. Let me see what I would have to sell to cash flow $2,000. Well, that's $8,300. What if I put in $2,500 right here? $2,500 mean I need to sell 10,417 in premium, 8.8 transactions, 9 transactions. I need 42 demos. All those are pretty doable. Now, what's the one challenge on here, guys, where Matt might be a little bit challenged?
79 hours.
79 hours. That's a lot of hours. Now, knowing Matt, he might be willing to work 79 hours that week, just for the sake of saying he got an Eagle and getting his year off to a great start. But guys, most weeks, even on train wars, most normal people aren't going to work 79 hours. So that's where we come into play of we need to get this hour to demo ratio down closer to 1.5, 1.6, because look what happens, guys, if we change this hour to demo ratio to 1.5. Just watch this, 1.5. Watch what happens to his hours needed. Now he can get those same 42 demos in 63 hours.
Much better.
That's either 5 12-hour days or it's 6 10-hour days. That's doable. Yeah. But currently right now, the reality is it's 1.89, and that's one little spot to work on. So guys, I went through all this with you right now today because I want you to understand the basics of A, how to download and save this, and then B, plug in your contract and start playing with the numbers this weekend, guys. Next week is the last week of the quarter. Okay. Well-run businesses. I guarantee you right now, Walmart, Lowe's Home Improvement, name any business of any size that you appreciate. They've already got their goals and their projections set for next quarter. They're not waiting until the day after this quarter ends to start thinking about the next quarter. Well-run businesses think weeks and months in advance. Now, if you're going, well, months in advance, I haven't thought about it yet, and it's 2 weeks from now, that's okay. As the saying goes, the best day to invest $1 is 20 years ago, just like the best day to plant a tree is 20 years ago. Second best day to plant a tree is today, right now. So the second best day, if you haven't already started thinking about this a week or a month ago, would be today. And guys, if you put 10 or 15 minutes in a day over the next 10 days, you're going to get a lot more done than if you wait 10 days and then jam it all into 1 hour a week from Sunday just to throw something together. Okay. So just want to encourage everybody with that. And I'm going to throw this out here, you guys, too, today. I've actually got a not so well day planned. I had some surgery yesterday, so I've got some different things planned. My 11 o'clock just canceled on me to reschedule. So today I'm going to throw this out there from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. I'm going to be available for anyone that would like to hop on Zoom or just have a conversation about this. If you're a little bit confused, just text me or reach out to me through Voxer. However you can get in touch with me. My cell phone number for anybody that doesn't have it is 919-395-8900. Again, that's area code 919-395-8900. I would be delighted, over the moon delighted, to help you work through your meaningful and specific goals so you understand how to use this awesome tool. Because once you got this figured out and you know what your demos are needed, then you just flip back over here to your Q1 personal and you plug in the hours that your metrics say you need to do based on your current skill level, your demos you need to do, your net premium each week. And then you can track your career conversations and edifications on a weekly basis, and your referrals. Those are the things that we track on a personal level. So, and by the way, don't forget, guys, to put in what your vision is for the quarter for your business, because if there's no vision, what's going to happen? But what you accomplish will be in direct proportion to the vision that you have, and then your top 3 business goals and your top 3 personal goals for the quarter. So let's make sure we don't just overlook that stuff. So with that being said, I'll shut up and I'm going to flip it over to our willing and able stud, Matt Hogan, who has some awesome content for us. Matt, you are now co-host.
All right. All right. Hello again, everybody. Let me see if I can. Okay, there's a button. Cool. All right. So, yeah, guys, I just wanted to, luckily I got put in a position where I can speak a little on some things. So I know we're talking goal setting, but aside from goal setting, the number one thing that I kind of want to touch on, especially the end of this year, moving towards the beginning of the first quarter and our kind of goals for that, is our mindset. Where are we at right now? Where are we at today? An honest evaluation of yourself. You don't have to really necessarily talk about it to us, but just sit back and think where you are. Are you tired? Are you drained? Are you just kind of stuck a little, or where are you at mentally? A lot of times, Christmas times, holidays tend to be tough times for a lot of families for various reasons, right? But where are you? Every day that we're here is a blessing, right? Every day that we have an opportunity to do what we love is a blessing. So I want to encourage you guys to first think about our mindset. Number one thing that we can only control in life is how we think about things, how we visualize things, our mindset for everything we do. Does life happen to you, or does life happen for you? Now I want y'all to really think about that question. So you always hear somebody, you wouldn't believe what happened to me today, right? Everybody knows somebody that does that. You wouldn't believe, this happened to me today. Oh my gosh, I got a flat tire here, or, got tied up in some appointments, or whatever the case is. This happened to me today, right? You wouldn't believe this. You wouldn't believe what happened to me today. We hear it all the time, and sometimes we do it ourselves. Today, I want to challenge you guys to condition yourself that this happened for me today. I want you guys to write that down. Put it on your sticky note, put it on your car. When you walk out of a business today and that have told you, no thanks, I'm good. That happened for you today for a reason, right? Because it's just closer to the next. Or stuff you're going through, this is happening for me. I'm not sure why, but this is happening for me. If we can change our mindset to think that life happens for us instead of to us, it changes everything. Success to me, and this is just my opinion on it, success is a matter of our response, how we respond to adversity or situations in our life, because everyone can respond happy when things are happy. When you're writing Eagles every week, everybody can respond happy to those things. But what's your mindset when you're stuck? What's your mindset when everyone's telling you no? This is happening for me because now I got to go back to figure out where I got to learn, right? Or this is happening for me because I don't know the reason just yet, but I'm going to work on it and look at it as this is for me for today. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why I got a flat tire when I went home. Maybe I missed an accident, right? Or I'm not sure why I can't get my approach down, or I'm not sure why I can't, that's happening for you guys. It's lessons, and it's also sometimes protection in my eyes. So does life happen to you or does life happen for you? I need you guys to please write that down. Life happens for me, not to me, right? So please put that in perspective. I think when I learned to change my mind about that, it changed. It was a domino effect. It changed a lot about how I looked at the rest of my life, my relationships with people, friends, work, businesses, how I responded to negative situations and no's, and how I respond to criticism and trying to get better. Like what Van brought out, absolutely. I was like, oh, I got to fix that for sure. I need to fix that. So that happened for me. I'm glad that that happened so that I can learn, right? So life happens for you today. Keep that mindset when you're going out there today. I have a video to share with you guys. Give me 1 second to pull it up. This is the one. Okay, it is. Can everyone see that?
You will cry. It's some stuff that will happen in your life that will make you cry. It's okay. It's a part of the deal. If you can't handle pain, you don't want success. You gotta look at life when life knocks you down and says, this all you got? Is this it? I was born in the dark, shaped in the dark, molded by dark. I will break you. You recycle your pain. You use your pain. And some of you are not successful because every single time you run up against a trial, every time you run up against a tribulation, you stop. And what I'm here to tell you is, if you tell that thing, I'm here just like you here, and I promise you, I ain't leaving without the degree. I will not leave without that goal. I will not leave without that dream. I will not leave this university until I'm successful. I will not leave this job. I will not leave this client. I will not leave this opportunity until I get it. And you're gonna have to fight and fight and fight and fight. And most of you won't be successful, not because you can't do it, but you can't outlast your old you to get to your new you. You must have patience and engage in consistent action. Look at your belief system every single day and stick with it. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Everybody dreams of greatness. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody dreams of greatness, wishes to be great, talks about great, idolize the greats. Everybody wants to be great, but only a few when that moment presents itself. Only a few when that time has come. Only a few are willing to step up to the moment and actually execute. When you're dealing with another human being, it's not how tall he is. When you're dealing with another human being, it's not how big he is. When you're dealing with another human being, it's not how strong he is. At the end of the day, it comes down to will. Your dream comes on you, push. Everybody about to give you no cookies and ice cream, push. It's alive, it's inside. How do you know you feel it? You dream about it, you eat and sleep it every day. When people talk to you, tell them, this is what I'm gonna do, so push. Just push past the fight, push. Don't quit, push. Push your way to success. It's gonna rain sometimes, I will. You're gonna feel discouraged sometimes, I will. No matter what the obstacle, I will. I must.
Live extreme and push your boundaries. Why? Simply because there will be no other time for you to do this. You can dream of these things, but understand you can also achieve them. The moments that take your breath away are the ones that count. I don't care if you've been beaten to the floor, if your legs are too tired to lift that weight, break through that barrier and create new ones for you. When there's a will, there's a way. When you truly need something, you can find a way, and you stop at nothing to reach it.
The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. It's not easy reaching your goal. It's not easy changing your life. It's not easy trying to build a business and people are negative and saying no every day. It takes a lot of guts. Bill collectors are calling and your phone might be cut off. You might lose your job. It takes a lot of guts. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pockets. You're out here talking about living your dream, and people laughing at you, and they're doubting you. But let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. He said the best revenge is massive success. It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it.
Okay, guys, hopefully you took something from that. I know I do. That gets me fired up every time I watch it. But yeah, guys, it's not a matter of, it's just a matter of your mindset, where you're going today. Finish this week strong, go get it. Get ready for the next week, you know, the upcoming week here, and then also for Q1. So we can, my goal, I'll just say it here so that you guys all can hold me accountable, because last time I did this, I achieved it. So I believe in it. I will get that green jacket. I'm saying it now, saying it to you. That's my first quarter goals. I want to do the I dare you. I want that jacket. So that's it. I'm saying it on here. Everybody heard it, right? It's probably recorded too. So I got to be held up to it. Anyhow, that's my goal. You guys push for Friday, make it a Fat Friday. Push to reach your goals this week. Do not go home until you've reached what you said you were going to do. And, you know, you guys are the best. Keep it up. Believe in yourself. It starts with your mind. Life happens for me today, not to me. And you got to believe that you can before you will. I always have been taught that, and I always say that. I have to believe first that I can before I will. So believe that you can, because you can, guys. All for me, boss man.
Thanks, Matt. Awesome call today. And guys, please, anybody that would like any help whatsoever, any insight, any clarification on anything we covered about your VPFs, don't hesitate to reach out today. Thanks a bunch, guys. Have a great day.